What's up everyone? Welcome once again to the channel. It's your boy Louis, and today I wanted to talk about what's going on at the moment. The current partnership, collaboration, whatever you want to call it, between Miss Universe and Miss Grand International. I have a lot of thoughts about this because I've been covering this topic for the past couple of weeks, and obviously when the latest announcement of Nawat and Miss Grand International producing Miss Universe in Thailand happened, I was in Cuba, so honestly I couldn't be bothered to take time and make content about this. But now that I'm here, and since some of you have asked for my opinion, I thought it will be a good moment to share what's in my heart about this. Before I even knew that there was some sort of collaboration between Miss Grand and Miss Universe, I made a video a couple of weeks ago where I was talking about the fact that it's great news that Miss Universe will be held in Thailand, as historically it's one of those countries that holds a very glossy, polished, fun entertainment edition of Miss Universe. But I was also vocal about the fact that Miss Universe would have to compete with Miss Grand International, which also announced that they were going to have Thailand as their official host country this year. For the average pageant fan, there is no question around the fact that Miss Universe is the #1 pageant in the world. Honestly, on a personal level, I will debate on that, but the average pageant fan will also tell you that Miss Universe has been struggling with the production. It's almost like they've been having an identity crisis for the past couple of years. And some of the actions that they have been taking, the strategies, just simply don't seem to align with the old Miss Universe that we all know and love. They have obviously evolved and gone in a different direction. Shortly after I released that video about Miss Universe having to compete with Miss Grand because of them sharing the same host country and the production levels and the dynamics and whatnot, the official announcement of Nawat taking over the franchise for Miss Universe Thailand was made public, and I also made a video about that where I share my opinions and whatnot. And honestly, I thought this is it. How far can this go in the future? But now it's official that Nawat and the Miss Grand International Enterprises company is not just only acquiring the license for Miss Universe Thailand, but is simultaneously producing the entire show, the international edition of Miss Universe in Thailand. So if you guys want to know how my position and my thoughts and everything evolved over time through those announcements, you can go back and watch those videos. They're available here on the channel. But I would like to share maybe some of my current mindset, where things are and where do I stand when it comes to all of this. As I mentioned earlier, I think that Miss Universe have been experiencing this midlife crisis for a couple of years at this point, and it's like they're trying to find a middle ground between pageantry but also business and entertainment. They're trying to diversify with different products. We have water, we have skincare, cosmetics. They are going also into the reality TV arena, and pretty much one will say they're throwing things at the wall to see what sticks and what works for them. It's also valid to point out that from the old school of Miss Universe and the team that was part of it back in the day, there's pretty much nobody left within the team, and the owners of the competition, the country where it was born and held for the majority of its lifespan, is not even the same anymore. So in a way, it kind of makes sense that Miss Universe will go through a whole identity crisis, because all of the people who were part of the identity of it are simply gone. And one of the points that I made during my last video about this ongoing saga was that I have to really just disconnect from it on a personal level. You know, I'm a pageant fan, I do all these coverages, I work within the pageant industry, so of course whatever happens within this industry, it kind of can have an impact on my job and my everyday. So for most people, this will be just like a tiny piece of news. For me personally, you know, it changes the dynamics of the things that I do, that I talk about on the daily, and the things that I cover. We can't really keep up with the changes anymore. It has become so hectic that I don't even know what to expect. And at this point, I am covering the events, but also just watching from afar as a spectator, you know, as part of the audience. I mentioned before that for sure Miss Universe 2025 will have perhaps the best production on its entire history, because if one thing we have to give to Miss Grand is that they know how to put on a show, they know how to make it entertaining, they know how to take it to the next level, and that is something that they have been lacking for the past couple of years. I do think also that they will go heavily on the business, and that's something that we have seen recently on a micro scale in Thailand, you know, with the girls having to sell stuff online. For the longest time, that was like a rolling gag, you know, of us making joke of the Miss Grand girls who will go on TikTok and sell products and whatnot. But that has also now translated to Miss Universe Thailand. And right after that, we had the event where Anne joined Nawat and the girls of Miss Universe Thailand selling products live on TikTok. And you know, they were making money out of it. And to be honest, I would assume that they're making way more money with those type of live selling than what they're actually doing with the Miss Universe products. I am a pageant fan, I am a Miss Universe fan, I am in a way kind of like the target audience, and I don't know many pageant fans around me, or if I'm being quite honest, I don't know any pageant fans around me who have actually purchased with their own money any of the Miss Universe products, be it the water, be it the purses, the apparel, be it the cosmetics, the skincare, any of it. I'm not saying that it's not good. I'm just saying that I don't know if that's really the target market. Like, fans signed up because they want to enjoy the show, not because they want to buy stuff Miss Universe branded. And putting all of those personal feelings and emotions and attachment to the side and just looking at the situation from an objective standpoint, I think that the old Miss Universe and what we grew up, you know, following and watching is really just no longer there. I mean, even think about it. How many times have you seen a reigning Miss Universe next to a Miss World or a Miss International or a Miss Earth? It's really uncommon, actually very, very extremely rare. And these are pageants that have been around for even longer than Miss Grand. I know for a fact because I've experienced it. I've seen it in person that sometimes Miss Universe would discourage event planners or producers from inviting other queens to the same events as Miss Universe because they are Miss Universe, the one and only, no pun intended, you know, and they really want the spotlight on their reigning queen. They don't want to share it with anyone. So now the fact that not only Miss Grant is producing the show for Miss Universe, they also hold the license for Miss Universe Thailand, but the fact that they are organizing events in conjunction with Miss Universe where you get to see the reigning Miss Grand International with the reigning Miss Universe, it just says that we are in a different place. These are really unexplored waters, and I guess that as pageant fans we have to navigate this with an open mind. Just go into it to see what comes out of it. Obviously, I will be a little bit skeptical, like I wouldn't necessarily expect the extreme advocacy or for the girls to focus so much on the eloquence rather than the performance, because that's what Miss Grand is known for. But also keeping in mind that this might be a positive change in the sense that we might see international pageants collaborating a little bit more. I think that we are officially entering the Miss Universe and Miss Grand International era where things are kind of blended. And to be quite honest, I wouldn't be surprised to see Nawat be a co-owner of Miss Universe in the future. I already kind of see it coming with Anne being so friendly and so close with Nawat. Raul is also currently in Thailand visiting and having some business meetings. So, I mean, these are the two owners of Miss Universe getting close and friendly with Nawat, who happens to be the one with the cash. And what do they want according to their recent actions and mindset and direction? They want the cash. So it only seems like a natural progression. What do you guys think? Do you believe that this cheapens the Miss Universe brand? Do you think that this elevates the Miss Grand brand? Just a couple of years ago, we had major international pageants battling because they wanted to have standalone pageants. We had Miss World who wanted to be alone. We had Miss Universe who wanted to have its own pageant. We had Miss Grand who wanted to be its own standalone pageant as well and not associated with anyone else. But now it seems like we're entering the times and the days of blending everything and being together. I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm just gonna roll with it and enjoy the show as a fan. And I'll continue bringing you guys the content and the value and the fun and the chismes and the whatever it is, you know, I'm gonna just keep rolling with it because that's just the way it goes. So if you were wondering about this new controversy, this evolution in the pageant world, here are my 2 cents. Now it's your turn. Let me know down below. All right, see you guys. Bye.